You know you've gone past your expiration date when you start having a fucking spin-off anime about your show. What is going on, people? RexBebop back again, and I suffered 22 minutes with the Rick and Morty anime. And let me say right now, this is probably the biggest waste of 20 minutes that you'll ever have with something that's out right now. I'm telling you now, if you want a good anime, go watch Delicious in Dungeon, or Kaiju number 8, or Loser Ranger, something else. Go watch Full Metal Alchemist, go watch Bleach, go watch Naruto, go watch any fucking thing else under the sun than this, if you want a proper anime. Now, I'm gonna get into it, but it's just amazing to me that the more that promotion came out about the show, I just didn't care. Now, it hooked me to a degree, but as time went on, I was just like, I don't care. I really, really don't care. And it's wild, man. Like, I have been with this show since the fucking inception, and I cannot believe it's been 10 years already. And when I look at this, I'm like, we have gone past the shark and Rick and Shark the Shark, and it's just slowly dying. Now, season 7 released or finished up last year, and it was alright. It was okay. Like, even the new voice actors for Rick and Morty, because, you know, the whole Justin Roiland thing, that's a whole fucking thing, I'm not gonna get into that. They did okay. Like, it was an okay season. And then when this comes out, it's just like, this whole thing is no bueno. And with this thing being no bueno, what's funny about this shit takes place within the 5th and 6th seasons of the main series. Portal travel is shut down. This happens during the portals are not working. So this is actually canon to the actual fucking show, by the way. And it's an alternate universe version of Rick and Morty and everyone else. So it's like, okay, so this is canon because of the portal shit shutting down, which is canon. Okay, fine. But why did it have to look like this? Let me get this out. Why did it have to look like this? And just... let me get into it. Let me just get into it before I just start like going off and shit. I'm gonna be all over the place with this, obviously, but I haven't felt like this heated in a minute, because it genuinely feels like I just wasted my fucking time with this. Like, I have never seen such a disjointed piece of media in my life. Okay, like, it's been a minute actually since I watched something that is like, what was the purpose of this? And yes, it's just the first episode, but I don't even think the other episodes are gonna save this shit. The other 9 episodes that are planned to release, I don't think it's gonna help this show's case at all. For one thing, the Galactic Federation are after Rick again. And I get, like, this is another version of Rick, but it's like, the man took out the Galactic Federation in the main show in season 3. So, again, why are they after him? They know he's a fucking threat. Why would they even fuck with him at this point? It's because he has some device and shit. It's something about, it's an entropy thing. He's working with Summer to do this. They take his clone. They torture the clone. Jerry makes a few shit jokes about, like, oh, this is Rick's fault or whatever. It's like, what the fuck is this? Honestly, the one positive I can give this show is that the intro and the theme, Love is Entropy, that's it. The intro and the theme song, that's it. That is the only positive I'm ever gonna give this show. And what's fucking funny about this shit, right? Takashi Sano wrote and directed this. And for context of those of you guys who do not know, he's the art director, and he wrote Tower of God and Vinland Saga. And to my knowledge, this is just a thought. This is just me, like, thinking out loud, but I don't think he actually watched the fucking show at all. At least to me. It's either one or two things. He either did not look at Rick and Morty at all, he got a basis of what it is and just went in his own direction for this shit, or he knows exactly what he's doing and this is a whole giant ass fucking troll job. It's one or two things. It's one or the other. And he just went in his own direction, which is, I cannot believe this is actually canon to the main show. I cannot believe this when I looked this up myself. But when Rick fucking said like the portal gun isn't working, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that actually is canon to the show. And I'm like, shit, why did you do this? But with how this shit is written, I'm willing to believe that he just went and they gave him spark notes of it and then just said go for it. Just go for it. And what's also funny about this, the Rick and Morty anime shorts that Adult Swim uploaded over the years, which are actually canon to this shit. Rick and Morty versus the Genocider and Summer Meets God. Those two anime shorts that are on their channel are actually canon to this fucking show. So I'm like, okay, I remember some of that, but if you don't watch that, like, you're not gonna get context of what's fucking going on. So they wouldn't mention genocide. I'm like, what the fuck? It's all over the place. As I am with this fucking thing, this isn't a review, by the way. This is just me, spitballing my thoughts on in the atmosphere. Okay, this is not a review at all. Okay. Also, the main cast are not voicing the characters at all. So the main show voice actors aren't here. These are entirely new people. So they've hired 2 sets of Rick and Morty's to do like in the main show and now the anime. That's funny to me. Apparently Morty has a fucking girlfriend named Elle. He goes into a virtual world. He keeps resetting, I guess. There's like time periods like when it keeps like coming back and forth with him. And this girl Elle she's actually in the intro, and I'm like, why should I care? Like what's the context here? They don't give us any context. She knows him, but he does not know her. And I'm like, okay. Also, the game world is merging with the real world apparently, and it's told via flashbacks. It's just so fucking disjointed. And by the end of this, I guess they save Morty. Like, they get Morty out of the daggone virtual reality. And there's this guy named Frank who Morty looks at for help against NPCs, but he doesn't do anything, and then he comes back later and helps them. There's another version of Rick who has lost his Morty at some point. This is the one who's in the ad for the next episode, and Rick is fighting him in the next episode apparently, and they talk about how the worlds are merging and shit. I'm like, okay, so they're gonna fight, and the fight looks awful. I don't know what the fuck was with the art direction of this show, but it looks absolutely awful. Now the show itself is not nothing to really look at. Sometimes the character designs, but sometimes the backgrounds are actually pretty good. But this looks so ham-fisted. It's insane to me that they said go ahead and do this. This shit looks like shoestring budget. The intro looks to be the only good thing about this fucking show. Like, or none. Like, that's just me. Like, this is the only good thing. And then it just ends with Cronenberg, Morty, and Cronenberg whatever fuck, getting sniped by Warrior Jerry from Cronenberg verse before he got killed off he got killed off by Rick Prime in the normal show. So yeah, that's how it ends. That's the after credits scene. Yeah, I guess they saved Morty, and then we're gonna see about that in episode 2. I'm not gonna look at episode 2. I'm telling you right now, this is probably the biggest waste of time you'll probably have all year. Please watch a better anime. This honestly is an insult to anime. Honestly, Rick and Morty have way past their expiration date. They have gems here and there when it comes to the main show, but this overall, as it continued to ramp up with ads, every time I saw an ad for this show, it just made me think like, who was this made for? Who the fuck was this made for? It shouldn't have gotten past the shorts. It should have just had random anime shorts and that's it. That's as far as we go with it. But no, let's make an entire 10 episode length series about this shit. I do not understand the thought process here. Adult Swim, it's not as popular anymore as you think. The ones who currently hold that title for the most popular thing on Adult Swim right now is rightfully Smiling Friends. Okay? People make the comparison between them and Rick and Morty will become the next Rick and Morty. No, because it's not nihilistic. That's the other thing. And I know I'm going on another tangent about something entirely different, but when it comes to this, the Rick and Morty anime, it is a complete waste of time. Do not waste your time with this show. That is my recommendation for this show. If I actually had to give you a rating or give you a, my genuine, please stay away rating, I guess. If I had to give you that kind of thing, just don't look at this. Don't bother with it. Do not look at it. Do not waste your time with it. If you don't even fuck with the show, you're not gonna have a good time with this at all, because it doesn't ease you into it. It's just a disjointed mess. Okay? That's the other thing. You're not gonna have a good time with this shit at all. If you do not know the lore of Rick and Morty, do not watch this at all. If you're a noob, do not watch. Because the fact that this takes place within the 5th and 6th seasons, no, you're not gonna know what the fuck is going on. And it doesn't help at all of how disjointed this shit is. Anyway, that is my recommendation of the Rick and Morty anime. There are several other good anime out there for you to watch. Please go watch those. The ones that I've recommended earlier. Please do that. You have a better time with any of those than this piece of shit. I'm getting out of here. RexBebop signing out. PCs you want to seize you. Don't bother with this. Adult Swim. I'm not saying pull the plug on Rick and Morty, but I'm saying pull the plug on the anime. Like this should not have gotten past go. And the fact that you guys got Takashi Sano on this, I don't know if he needed to keep the lights on or something, or what, or y'all have dirt on him to be working on this. I don't know what it is, but this is crazy. Like how he wrote and storyboarded this is crazy to me. Okay? He's known for good work, so how the fuck did we get to here with this shit is the mystery that I need solved. I need this shit solved now. Get anyone on this shit. Get your best detective on this. Holy shit. I don't know how we got to this point. How this got past go. How did no one speak up and say, please change your style at least? Or y'all just let this man do whatever and then even he did not watch the show at all. I don't know what, but God help me. Do not watch this shit. That is my plea to you. If you didn't like the first episode, I may come back to this at the finale and be like, I was right. I might. But as I'm saying right now, do not watch this. Do not waste your time. There's several other things you can give your 22 minutes to. All right, that's it. I'm getting out of here. Take care. Y'all be safe out there. Holy shit, this is awful.